everybody. Come on, game. There you go. And welcome to week 10 of the Ssbl. Week 10, day 2. We're starting off with Vikings and Gauchos. A big game for the Vikings, as they're in that three-way tie with the Lumberjacks and the Express for the lead of that division. Gauchos kind of setting the stage for the Ssbl. One of two teams with only one loss this year, trying to tie up the Serpents for the best record in the Ssbl, and they start things off with a single. We've got Joy Holiday on the mound. Now 1-2 count to Samir Tailwind. Let's run inside. This one popped up foul territory, and that one will be foul. Two and two still, as Holiday is concerned about Biscuit on base. Swing and a miss. Down goes Tailwind. Up comes Jay Watt. Two and two to Jay Watt, and strike three called. Holiday rings up another. And Brutus Banger will come up here. And he strikes out. So Holiday allows the lead runner to get on, then strikes out the next three. We'll go bottom of the first. Bunny O'Steele leading things off. Second week for her here up in the injury fill-in for Spencer Reed. Facing off here against Cade 6. And she strikes out. This one was going to get down out of unfair territory, or foul territory, and strikeout number 2. We've seen 5 straight strikeouts so far between the two pitchers. Both effectively strike out the side. Grounded to Billups. She fields it cleanly. 2 first in time for a 1-2-3 inning. We'll go top of the second. Athena Hexdall near Colon and Ernie Steele due up. And that's another strikeout for Holiday, her 4th in a row. Grounded to Freishack. Over to first in time for out number 2. Slapped foul. Another one to Freishack, and that's a 1-2-3 inning. And we'll go bottom of the inning. Freishack, Williams, and Po Boy do up. And it's a strikeout fest here early. Both pitchers just absolutely dominating here early. K6 already locked in. 4 Ks through an inning and 2/3. Po Boy looking to break things up here. He grounds this one to Billups in time for out number 3. And to the top of the 3rd we go. 8, 9, and 1 due up for the Gauchos.
Number 41. Outside. Strike 3, you're out.
Sorry about that. Had to take a phone call, but we're back. So 1 down here, bottom of the 3rd. Full count. And that one is fouled off. Swing and a miss. Down goes Freishack. No, that's not Freishack. That brings up Miyuki now. And grounded to Banger. And we're to the top of the 4th. And it's 2, 3, and 4 due up for the Gauchos. That one's into the stands. 0-2 the count to Tailwind, and he swings and misses. That will bring up Jay Watt.
That's up. That's down. That's inside. Strike.
3-1 the count. And that's flown into left. High fly ball, but not deep enough here in Shaka. I'll be caught for out number 2. We got Brutus Banger. Aldeire's retired everyone in a row since giving up the hit to lead off the game. And we'll go now to the bottom of the 4th, top of the order duo for the Vikings. As we are in an extreme pitcher's duel here. And that's going to be a ground out to start off the inning. And that one is through. That breaks up the perfect game for K6. Vikings have their first base runner of the game with a 1-out single here in the bottom of the 4th. And that one's ripped into left center. Back it goes. Doesn't have enough. It's going to be off the wall and gone! Ron Kennings Jr. pokes one off the top of the wall, and the Vikings take a 2-0 lead off their second hit of the game. Literally just enough on that one to get it over the fence to put the Vikings on top here in the bottom of the 4th. Two into the count. Side to Frycheck, full. And that one's hit well into right. This one back, but not quite deep enough as Colin makes the catch halfway on the warning track for out number 3. Or for out number 2, excuse me. That ball hit just a shade to the part of the field where it juts out a bit more to get flat on the wall to straightaway right. Just missed, but it's 2 down now. And Amir Williams has himself a full count. And he swings and misses. For out number 3 that time. And we'll go to the top of the 5th. 2-0 now the score in favor of the Vikings. 5, 6, and 7 due up for Holiday. 8 Ks through 4. Nubber just in front of the plate. Holiday comes off the mound, throws it to short stacks in time for out number 1. And down goes Colin 2 away. And Ernie Steele will come to the plate. Rips the first one foul. No, second pitch also hit foul. Just missing the third base bag. Seeing both starting pitchers' pitch count trending towards the high side, and that one's going to be hit into center field. The first base hit the Gauchos have had since Miranda Biscuit in the first inning. See if the Gauchos can put up a 2-out rally with Sophia Billups coming to the plate. Swings through that one. 2-2 the count. Strike 3 called! Down goes Billups into the bottom of the 5th we go. Oh boy, Judd French and Happy Gilmore do up. Nice diving stop there by J. Watt. Take away a hit.
Now back. The designated hitter, number 41. That's outside. Ball inside.
Rounded to Banger. He'll take it himself for out number 2.
Now back. The right fielder.
It's Happy Gilmore who comes to the plate, 2 down.
Outside. Straight.
Popped up. Looks like it's going to trickle out of play.
That's inside. You're out.
And he gets rung up there. K6 comes back with a 0 on the board. Top of the 6 we go. Neon Dion, Miranda Biscuit, and Samir Tailwind.
Number 5. Straight. No.
Here is Miranda Biscuit for the 3rd time today. Joy Halliday is on fire. 10 Ks through 5 1/3. Only 2 hits so far tonight. Almost doubling her strikeout output so far for the season. She has 12 so far this year. But does give up a walk, and down goes her mojo. And Biscuit's aboard for the 2nd time tonight. Let's see what Samir Tailwind has to say about that. Once again, Halliday very concerned about Halliday's speed, or about Biscuit's speed.
Nope, high.
90th pitch being thrown here. Popped up left side. Doesn't even trickle out of the infield. And Freishak will make the catch for out number 2. And it's up to J. Watt now. Throw over to first. This gets back in time. 1-0 the count. 2-0 now. Finds his own 2-1. Runner is going this time. The throw by Miyuki, not in time. And a runner in scoring position for the Gauchos. Tough out activated for J. Watt here. This one is going to be a bomber special into center field over the glove of the second baseman. Runner's going to round home, round third, head home, and it's a 2-1 ball game. RBI single there, and that's up the middle. O'Steele ranges over. Throw to first is in time for round number 3. Gauchos cut the deficit in half, 2-1 as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Miyuki, O'Steele, and Evangeline short stacks are due up.
The catcher, number 45.
And swinging a miss from Miyuki, he goes down. Gauchos sitting at 8-1 on the season, as I mentioned before, in firm control of their division. Everyone else in the division is 3-6. They have a 5-game lead, and are, if my math serves me correct, only 3 games away from clinching the division. That's a 1-2-3 inning for K6. He has bounced back nicely after that 2-run home run in the 4th. Top 7 we go, 2-1 ball game. Things going to be heating up here as Halliday starts off the top of the 7th on the mound, but approaching triple-digit pitches. Probably her last batter. Her velocity is in the red. Dana Hex doing her best to try and get through here. Full count. And she loses her. Athena Hex will be aboard. A tying run on base for the Gauchos. Holiday staying in the game. Not trusting Tammy John in the bullpen to try and get him out of the situation. 3-1 to Colin. Pitch 110 from Holiday. All to strike, full count once again. And ball 4, she loses back-to-back. And the go-ahead run is now aboard. Tying run in scoring position. And it's RBI man Ernie Steele. And Holiday staying in the game. What is happening? And that's going to bomber special into right. Runner's going to round third, head for home. And it's a tie ball game. What are the Vikings doing? Leaving Holiday out to dry. Annie Walker will come in. Runners at the corners, 2-2 now the score. And Boomer Starglow comes in for Sophia Billups. Not sure if I've seen that one this year so far for the Gauchos. All the pitchers to pull out. It's Annie Walker for the Vikings. Grounder to first. Short stacks. Goes to second for 1. They won't turn 2, and the Gauchos take the lead 3-2. Just not a lot of wise decisions being made by the Vikings staff in this inning. Just letting Holiday go way too long, giving up the lead, and then putting in Walker. A 158 overall instead of the 282 Tammy John or the 206 Squirrel McDuff. She gets the strikeout of Dion for out number 2. Back to the top of the order, Miranda Biscuit. The runner's going to get caught in a rundown, but it's not before the Gauchos take the lead for the first time tonight. 3-2 now going into the bottom of the 7th. And Starglow will get pulled in favor of Dirty Bird. And that one slapped into left center. That's going to get down into the gap. That's going to be extra bases. So the tying run in scoring position immediately for the Vikings to start off the bottom of the 7th. Let's see if anyone but Ron Kinnings Jr. can turn on the offense for the Vikings. Cade 6 outlasting his opposition. 6 innings, 3 hits, 2 earned runs, 10 strikeouts of his own. Almost doubling his output, also at 12 for the season. 2-2 the count to Fryshack. Inside, full count. Big pitch here. Swung on. Oh, Athena Hex climbs the ladder. It's a second for the Dragon Special. Kinnings took too big of a lead, and it cost the Vikings dearly with a huge Dragon Special for the Gauchos. 2 down now here in the bottom of the 7th, and Amir Williams to the plate. Williams will take a walk. Cade 6 is done. In comes Jebediah Octagon. Octagon having one of his better seasons. A 0 ERA to our record books, but I am very far behind on that. 2-2 the count to Po Boy. That one's low. Full count. Runner will go here. Fouled off. Will do it again. That one's hit well, but right to Colin in right for out number 3. And we'll go to the top of the 8th, still 3-2 in favor of the Gauchos. Top of their order due up. And Annie Walker still in the game.
Ball inside. Foul ball. Inside.
This one's a fly ball into left center. Oh boy, we'll make the catch for round number 1.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 26. Low. No, outside. Take your base.
Taylor will be aboard for the first time tonight, which brings up Jay Watt, RBI single on the day for him. There goes Tailwind, and he is safe. So he's in scoring position now for Jay Watt, and he lifts this one into right. It'll be caught by Gilmore for round number 2, but Tailwind will tag up and take third now.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 0. That's down. Foul ball.
2-1 to Brutus Banger.
Strike.
That one's in there, 2-2. And Banger puts one down into right. Run will score, and the Gauchos take a 4-2 lead. Brutus Banger with an RBI single,
Number 2.
doubling up the lead for the Gauchos, and too little too late. In now comes Tammy John
Strike.
with the damage more than already done.
That's down. Outside. Strike. Foul ball. That's inside. Ball 4. Take your base.
Athena Hex will be aboard, so 2 on and 2 out now for Donier Colon. It's for the Gauchos to really put this one away.
That's outside.
Colon 0 for 2 today with a walk.
Strike.
Swing and a miss. John gets out of the inning, but the Gauchos get another run, 4-2 now as we go to the bottom of the 8th. Bottom of the order combined 0 for 6 tonight. Judd French leading things off.
Number 42.
First time facing Octagon here tonight.
That's up. Ball inside. Ball 4. Take your base.
And that will be a leadoff walk drawn by Judd French. So tying run comes to the plate here in Happy Gilmore.
No.
And this one's into left, but Biscuit tracks that one down nicely for round number 1. A lot of ground to cover, and Biscuit did a good job closing in on that one.
Strike. Ball inside. Strike.
1 and 2 the count to Miyuki. Fouled back.
Strike 3. You're up.
Swing and a miss. Down goes Miyuki. I believe that's the first strikeout for Octagon. Brings us back to top of the order. Bunny O. Steele. Trying to make an impact here as she's the injury replacement for Spencer Reed. Rounds this one to Hex. In time at first, round number 3, and we'll go to the top of the 9th. Still 4-2 in favor of the Gauchos. Steel, Bird, and Dion are due up.
The catcher, number 5. That's inside. Foul ball. Ball low.
Off the mound goes John in time at first, round number 1.
The shortstop, number 52.
Grounded to O'Steele in time for round number 2.
The center fielder, number 5.
This one to Williams, and that will be a 1-2-3 inning. Last hope for the Vikings here. They need at least 2, and it's short stacks. Ron Kennings Jr. and Liam Freishak due up. And down she goes, one away. Mojo up for Octagon. He'll be locked in. There's been the offense for the most part tonight for the Vikings. And he's going to fly out to center. And the last hope for the Vikings will be coming up to the plate. Liam Freishak 0 for 3 today. And down he goes, and that will be it. Gauchos with a comeback from behind victory, 4-2. Scoring 4 unanswered runs in the 6th, 7th, and 8th innings. Just 8 combined hits in this one. 5 from the Gauchos, 2 of them from Ernie Steele. Combined 25 strikeouts between the two teams today. Only short stacks with the sombrero. She goes 1 for 2, and Kennings 2 for 4. Literally, the only 2 people with hits. Win goes to Cade 6. He was excellent. The 2-run home run, all he gave up through 6 2/3, 10 strikeouts. Octagon near perfect in relief. Holiday gets pegged with the loss. Absolutely inexcusable way the Vikings handled that outing. Way beyond her limits, and they let her face 2 more batters, and that's what cost them in the end. Then Walker and John go the rest of the way, giving up 1 earned run, a couple walks, and a hit. MVP Ron Kennings Jr., followed by K6 and Joy Holiday. And we will get ready for game number 2, the Wrong Fielders and the Lumberjacks, coming up right after this. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the Ssbl on Twitch. And here we are, game number 2, Lumberjacks and the Wrong Fielders. Lumberjacks now trying to take advantage of that Vikings loss, distance themselves in the Legends division for now. Express don't play till later in the week. They play tomorrow. They face the Retrievers, so no easy task for the Express facing off against the defending champions. Up the middle, Denver Brainstorm with the diving stop. The throw not in time, so leadoff runner aboard. With Cecil B. Heimerdinger on the mound for the Lumberjacks. That's up the middle and back-to-back base hits for the Wrongfielders. Wrongfielders a playoff team last year, but sitting at a disappointing 3-6 this year. Running out of time to turn things around as we're past the halfway point of the season. Need to get their act together and need to get it together fast. Three and one, and that's a walk. The bases are loaded. An inauspicious start for the Lumberjacks pitching, similar to what we saw last week with the Lumberjacks against the Bombers. Lumberjacks are currently on a 2-game losing streak. Trying to set things right here, but 2-2 the count to Elderberry. Nobody out and the bases loaded. And it's a full count. And that one is slapped but foul. We'll do it again. And that one smacked deep into left. Back goes Speedy. He's at the wall. It's gone. A grand slam for Gramps Elderberry. And the Wrongfielders take a 4-0 lead before recording it out. A first inning grand slam for the Wrongfielders, and Cecil B is tense. That one's grounded to Dream, and we have our first out of the game. This one down the third base line, and that is fair. Trickles into left field. Gonzalez cuts it off before it's extra bases. Trudy Fruity coming to the plate. Cecil B had a pretty solid season up to this point, 12 2/3, and only 5 earned runs on the season, a 3.5 ERA. But struggling here in this one. Already over 30 pitches here in the first inning with only 1 out to show for it. High fly ball from Fruity into center field. That will be caught for out number 2 by Destroyer. Out comes Sophia Saturn. Whiffer activates on Saturn. She fouls this one off. And strike 3 called. She'll go sit down, but the Wrongfielders with the grand slam lead 4-0 as we go to the bottom of the first. Jacks have their work cut out for them, facing off against Sandra Lee here tonight. 12 innings of work for her, 2 earned runs, a 1.5 ERA. 16-5 strikeout to walk ratio, striking out 12 per 9. And it's Elderberry making the catch for out number 1. Three and 2 to Denver Brainstorm. Up the middle he goes, and that will be a base hit. So runner aboard, here comes Tank Tygo.
Number 10.
It's a big hack there, comes up empty. Fouls off the next pitch, a quick 0-2 count here. Another one fouled off. And strikes out, swinging, 2 down.
The designated hitter. Number 13.
And Wreck Dreams under Wreck Sandra Lee's dreams right now. 2-0. Swing and a miss there, 2-2 now the count. Swing and a miss. Sandra Lee strikes him out. And we go to the top of the second. Woden, Wayne, Andrea Dartboard, and Shelby Roundabout coming up.
The right fielder. Number 11.
Rounded to Brainstorm, 1 away.
The shortstop. Number 7.
This one ground to Luzon in time for out number 2.
Now back. The second baseman. Number 37.
Two and two to round him out. Count. And she will take a walk.
Now batting. The center fielder. Number 5.
Slow roller to Callan. She flips it over to first just in time. Oh no, it's a fitness for Pedro Cruz. That's not good. I'm just going to instantly put this in the injuries tab. Oh, and he is getting pulled. That is not good. Tweet groin. That is slapped into left center, and that's off the tippy top of the wall. A lot of groin injuries this year.
Fielder. Number 8.
So I can take the spoiler off of this. And that one's into the gap. Runner is going to come around and score, so it's 4-1. So I'm busy fiddling with Discord.
Now batting. The third baseman. Number 34.
Round to Saturn to lasers in time for round number 1.
The shortstop. Number 10.
Lumberjacks on the board. Runner in scoring position now for Chris Luzon. It's a 3-1 count. And Luzon will be aboard, so the tying run coming to the plate. Kodiak Destroyer. Right to Saturn, and it's a Dragon special, the second one of those we've seen tonight. Lumberjacks do get up on the board. It's 4-1 as we go to the top of the third. And here is the man of the hour so far, Elderberry with the grand slam. That is fair down the third base line. It's going to trickle into left. And Elderberry will have himself a leadoff double. Don't know what his speed is offhand. Wonder if he well, he hit a cycle last, or was that? Yeah, it was last season. So could be. I think he could be the first person to ever hit 2 cycles in his career. And that one's a deep shot into right. Boomer Lasers has put this one gone into the stands. 6-1 wrong fielders.
Now batting, the catcher, number 84.
Offense showing up tonight for the wrong fielders. Something they haven't really been able to say most of the year. Just 29 runs so far this season. Scored 6 twice and 7 once. Shot it a couple times though. Held to 1 run once. And that will do it for Ssbl. In comes Sir Alex Einstein with 1 out in the top of the 3rd.
The third baseman, number 10.
Whiffer activated for Saturn on an 0-2 count here from Einstein. One's into right, and it'll be caught by Barco for out number 3. Go to the bottom of the 3rd, 6-1 your score. Top of the order 2 up for the Lumberjacks.
The left fielder, number
1 and 2 to Speedy Gonzalez. He takes ball number 2. Grounded to Lasers, and he will take it himself for round number 1. Brings up Denver Brainstorm. Brainstorm into right, and Wayne makes the shoestring catch for round number 2.
The catcher, number 10.
Bring up Tank Tygo with 2 away. Into center field, and that gets down in front of McJenkins Jr., who came in for the injured Pedro Cruz.
The designated hitter.
So now a runner aboard now for Wreck Dreams. Up the middle, diving stop by Roundabout, the throw in time for round number 3. Nice play by Roundabout to send us to the top of the 4th. 6-1 as we go into it. Woden, Wayne, Andrea, Dartboard, and Shelby Roundabout due up.
Number 11.
So as things stand currently, as that's a nice play by Gene Dream.
Number 7.
The wrong fielders, just a game and a half back of a wild card berth. Well, 1, 2, 4, 5, 7. So we'll see later tonight with the Liberty, just in the next game. The Liberty go up to 6-4. That's a different story because it's currently calculating off the Vikings being 5-5. Because we had come into the week with the Liberty and the Vikings tied for that final spot. Into right, caught by Phil Barco for round number 2.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 7.
Here is McJenkins Jr. his first at bat. Full count. Up the middle, out of the reach of Denver Brainstorm. Runner's headed for third. And throw won't get there in time. Oh, nice back up there by Einstein. So runners at the corners now for the wrong fielders. And it's Gramps Elderberry. Already a home run and a double tonight. It's a triple and a single to make SSBL history. That one's deep. He says, screw the cycle. I'm going to hit myself a second home run. Holy cow. Have a night, Gramps Elderberry. 9-1 wrong fielders.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 9.
Sheesh. Gramps Elderberry single-handedly responsible for 7 of the 9 wrong fielders' runs. That one's caught by Luzon for out number 3. And we'll go to the bottom of the 4th, 9-1. Gene Dream, Phil Barco Jr., and Shelby Callens due up. And Dream goes down swinging one away. Down to the third, Saturn up with it. That throw is in time for out number 2. Andrew Lee doing well so far. 4 hits through 3. Oh, off the glove of Lasers. And that will trickle into right field. Oh, and that's a fitness for Lasers too. Uh-oh. Twisted finger, that's nothing. That's a tier 0. Oh, and that one gets away from Brick Haas. That was more serious. This would have turned into a Pyrrhic victory for the wrong fielders, but luckily it's not too serious for Lasers. And down goes Luzon for out number 3. We go to the top of the 5th, 9-1. Still the score. House, Fruity, and Saturn due up. You know, I've never seen someone get doubled injured in one of these SMB3 games. Is that even possible? Can someone get injured twice in SMB3? That one's into the gap. Baroni's now in the game. He gives up a leadoff double.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 18.
Pop up into left. Speedy is there. Makes the catch for out number 1.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 10.
That are 0 for 2 today. Fouled back, a 1-2 count. And strike 3 called. Baroni's rings are up.
The right fielder, number 11.
2 down now for Woden Wayne. He pops this one up into left. And it will be caught by Luzon for out number 3. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th, still 9-1. We'll have Destroyer, Gonzalez, and Denver Brainstorm due up. See if this Lumberjacks offense can get things kick-started here. Still a lot of time left in this one. Saturn in time to lasers for round number 1. Grounder to lasers. He flips it to Lee for safe measure. In time for round number 2. That's up the middle. 2-out single here for the Lumberjacks. Two and two here to Tank Tygo. He hits this one well into right. Back it goes. Tank Tygo is out of here. A 2-run shot makes it 9-3. Might chase Sandra Lee as well. Oh, she'll stay in the game now. Tense. Ivan threw 5 innings, 12 runs scored in this one already. That's a walk given up to Wreck Dreams. And that's up the middle, a base hit. A 2-out rally brewing here for the Lumberjacks as things ever start trickling towards interesting now for Phil Barco Jr. And in comes Sally Dobbs to try and stem the bleeding. Chance for the Lumberjacks to really cut into this lead. Some decent speed. Lasers makes the catch there for out number 3. And the side is retired. 2 on the board for the Lumberjacks. 6-run game going into the top of the 6th. Top of the order do it for the wrong fielders. One and two the count to Dartboard, who is 2 for 3 today. Couple of singles on her docket. Swing and a miss. Down she goes, one away. Shelby Roundabout. To the plate, she swings at the first pitch and fouls it off. Pops this one into right. Barco Jr. will make the catch for out number 2 and bring up Leroy McJenkins Jr. Filling in for the injured Pedro Cruz now. And Callens makes the diving stop. Throw will be in time for round number 3. And bottom half we go. Callens will lead things off, followed by Luzon and Kodiak Destroyer. Three and one the count. That one's fouled back. And that's going to be a leadoff walk, which will bring up Chris Luzon. Let's see what the 4-1-1 is for Dobbs. 11 innings of work, 5 earned runs for Dobbs. A 3.22 ERA. A one whip as she strikes out Luzon for the first out. 12-3 strikeout to walk ratio. She does have a bit of a problem with the long ball. All of her earned runs this year have come off of home runs, but that's a Dragon special to send us to the top of the 7th. It'll be Elderberry with Lasers and Haas due up. I still feel like Elderberry has the time to try and hit for that cycle. With that speed boost, he can definitely leg it to third. That hit would need to be into left center, the deeper part of the park here in Apple Field. In the dirt, 2-2 from Barones. That one's grounded. That one has a bit of speed on it, but can't quite get past Destroyer. He does have the single, though, so the triple is all that he'll need. And here is, excuse me. Boomer Lasers staying in the game after messing up his finger. Grounded to third. Jean goes to second for one. Back to first. Dragon special. 2-away now, and it's Brickhouse to the plate. She fouls that one off. This one's also a grounder. Dream will flip it to Barones, who covers in time for out number 3. Bottom of the 7th we go. 9-3 in favor of the wrong fielders. Into right. Woden Wayne makes the catch there. Grounded to Dartboard. She's there. Flips it to Laser in time for round number 2. Just foul. Nice play there by Saturn, though. Nice attempt. And down goes Tygo. To the top of the 8th we go.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 18.
That one's a base hit through infield. Leadoff runner aboard. Sophia Saturn will come up.
Number
2-2 the count to Saturn. Whiffer on. He's 0 for 3 today and will go down to 0 for 4. And that is a Dragon special as well. And Pete Nokia will come into the game to try and get the final out here at the top of the 8th. And down goes Woden Wayne. And we'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Time running thin for the Lumberjacks. 6 outs to work with, and they need 6 runs at least. Round to Lasers. Oh, it was bound to happen eventually. Sally Dobbs muffs it, and the run is aboard. Dobbs had been doing so well up to then, now tense. And this is going to bomber special into right center. Runner's hoofing it to third and will be there without a throw. So runners at the corners. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th. And that one's up the middle. That's going to be a base hit. Run comes around to score. Another one headed for third. The throw not in time. And it's 9-4. And that will do it for Sally Dobbs. In comes Cam Iconic. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th. That one is going to be foul. Floater. I'll be caught by dartboard for out number 1. And that's going to play another run, 9-5 now. Grounded around him out, and that will do it for the bottom of the 8th. The Lumberjacks, though, make it a bit closer, 9-5 as we head to the top of the 9th. Top of the order to up for the wrong fielders. Full count to dartboard. She fouls this one off. Grounded right to Dream in time for round number 1.
The second baseman, number 37.
Down goes round him out for round number 2. Up comes Leroy McJenkins Jr. And he goes down swinging for out number 3 and last hope for the Lumberjacks. They trail by 4. 2, 3, and 4 due up in the order. And the leadoff runner is aboard. And that is on the line and fair. That's going to roll into left field, the corner. And the Lumberjacks have 2 aboard and nobody out.
The designated hitter, number 13.
Don't go anywhere, folks. This is getting interesting. Rec Dreams to the plate. Iconic struggling with the zone. It's a 2-1 count. And Rec Dreams into right. It's a 1-run ball game. Holy cow. 9-8. And nobody has Let's see here in the bottom of the ninth. Iconic staying in the game here. Game just doing pitchers dirty in this one. That's caught by Elderberry for out number 1. And there he goes. Mishka Barker coming in, trying to get what is now a save. 0-2 the count to Barco Jr. Floater caught by Lasers for out number 2. And Shelby Callan's the last hope for the Lumberjacks. Oh, and 2 the count. Fouled back. That one's up the middle. That's going to get down. And the tying run is on base. The Lumberjacks can do it right here, right now, with Chris Luzon coming to the plate. 0 for 3 today. First pitch swinging, pops it up into center field. Leroy McJenkins Jr. is under it, and he will make the catch for out number 3. And the Lumberjacks rally comes up a day late and $1 short. 9-8, the final score in favor of the wrong fielders. Lumberjacks actually out-hit the wrong fielders, but can't quite pull off the comeback. Elderberry, without a doubt, your top MVP. 4 for 4, 2 home runs, 7 RBIs. Leading the wrong fielders in every way, shape, and form. Boomer Lasers also with a 2-run home run. Then House and Dartboard with multi-hit games. 14 hits for the Lumberjacks. 3 for 5 Tygo, 3 for 5 Dream. 2 for 4 Brainstorm, 2 for 5 Barco, and 2 for 4 Callens. Win goes to Daub. She gives up nothing through 2 1/3. Barker gets the save. Loss goes to Heimerdinger. 6 earned through 2 1/3. But Barones and Nokia doing a good job combined, keeping it close through the final 5 innings. Elderberry, your top bill. Tank Tygo second, and Wreck Dreams rounding things off. And that will do it for game number 2. Dragons and the Liberty coming up right after this. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the SSBL on Twitch. And here we are, final game of the night, right back here at Apple Field, Dragons and Liberty. Harold Fisher on the mound. Versus Ghana Pitchwell. Big game for both teams. A similar situation. Oh, and that one's deep into right. Back it goes, and the Dragons take a 1-0 lead. A solo shot there by Homer Runs. 1-0 Dragons. But I was about to say, it's also put up or shut up time for the Dragons. Also 3-6. The Evolution champion last season might miss the playoffs here in Season 9. Liberty flirting with the wild card as well, sitting at 5-4 right now. Just a game back of the Retrievers and the Overdrafts in the Icons division. Bit of a rough start, though. A home run and a walk given up. Runner going. The throw from Spicy Bark not in time. So runners in scoring position now for Noah Walker. And Walker up the middle. Rifleman collects it and will prevent the runner from going home. But it's runners at the corners and only one out, and G.H. Jackson to the plate. Oh no, a beanball! Things spiraling out of control here early. The bases are loaded. One out, and Duketown to the plate. Two and one the count to Duketown. Swings an awful pitch, nowhere close. A slow roller to Nolan. Only plays to first for round number one, or for round number 2. And a run will score, makes it 2-0 Dragons. And that one is deep, that one is long, and that one is gone. A 3-run shot, and the Dragons have blasted the first inning for them wide open, 5-0. What is up with the top of the first here in Apple Field? 2 home runs given up by Fisher. That one's hit well, but doesn't quite have the distance, and Musgroves will make the catch round number 3. And the Liberty offense have their work cut out for them against Ghana Pitchwell now. G-A-N-A. I have 2 different spellings in the book. That's better. Pitchwell has done just that this season. 1 earned run through 13 1/3. A .67 ERA, 15 strikeouts to 2 walks, a 1.04 whip. So the Liberty with a hill to climb already. And that's up the middle, just out of the glove of Homer Runs. Out of the reach of the glove of Homer Runs, I should say. Grounded a third star. The throw is in time for round number 3. Go to the top of the second. 9-1-2 due up. Earl Fisher rattled. It's not been a good season for Fisher. Just 9 innings of work so far this season and 7 earned runs. It's pretty easy math, a 7 ERA. And that's going to be much higher now. 1.55 whip. 7-3 strikeout to walk ratio. Hard ground ball to Thunder in time for round number 2.
The second baseman, number 12.
Into left. That'll be caught by Crane for round number 3. So 1-2-3 inning, and we'll go to the bottom of the second.
Now back, the catcher, number 17. That's up. Straight. Foul ball. Strike 3. Now back, the third baseman, number 35. Outside. Straight. Straight.
Down into left and the Liberty on base.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 33. Strike. That's down. Foul ball.
One and two the count to Ace underhand. And underhand puts this one into left. Gonna roll to the wall. Runner headed for third. Sheldon just now up with it. And that will be a double, so 2 in scoring position here for the Liberty. And Alan Herschel to the plate to try and take advantage of it. Trying to cut into this deficit. And that one is into center. Tracking back is Town. He'll make the catch over his shoulder for out number 2. But a run will tag up to score, make it a 5-1 ball game.
The second baseman, number 7. Strike. Ball high. Strike.
Livy Nolan to the plate with 2 outs and the runner at third. 1-2 the count. Swing and a miss. Down she goes. The Liberty do get on the board 5-1 as we enter the top of the third now. French Pastry with Noah Walker and G.H. Jackson are due up.
Number 21. Strike.
Fisher bounced back nicely with a clean second inning. Let's see what he can do here in the third. Ground ball. Nolan with a diving stop. The throw in time for out number 1. Nice play there by Nolan.
24. Ball inside. Ball low. No.
Oh, off the glove there of Herschel. And the runner is Ward.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 7.
One good play, one not as good play. Jackson will be up. She was hit by the pitch earlier.
Inside.
Right to Nolan for out number 2.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 97.
That brings up Duketown now.
Strike. Strike.
0-2 the count.
That's a
That one's inside, 1-2. Chopped foul. Ooh, that one didn't miss by much. And the count is full now for Town. And it's fouled off. We'll do it again. Full count. And ball for Duke Town will draw a walk. And that puts 2 on, 2 out for the home run hitter, Velma Betancourt. Already with a 3-run home run tonight. Can she cash in her second? Swings through the first pitch. Pops this one up into left field. And Hamish Rifle will make the catch for out number 3, so another 0 up on the board. 5-1 your score going to the bottom of the third. Trailer Crane, Matty Musgroves, and Theo Thunder due up for the Liberty. Pitchwell doing so far so good. Oh, Fridge Pastry making a nice diving stop. 2 1/3 now, 3 hits and earned run, 3 Ks. Popped up foul territory, and Pitchwell got off the mound for out number 2. That one is flipped into right. That's going to get down for a 2-out single for Thunder. And it's Amish Rifleman. Two and 2 to Rifleman. Fouled off. Outruns full. Runners going. Grounded to Jackson. To first in time for out number 3. And we'll go to the top of the 4th inning. Star Sheldon and Will Freishak do up for the Dragons. Two and 2 the count to Gary Starr. That is foul. Swing and a miss, and fitness down on Starr. What do we have? We have a meniscus tear. 3rd one of those this year. And another 4-week injury for the Dragons. Off the wall, off the yellow, if you will, for a 1-out double. Haven't had that issue pop up in a while. Two and 2 to Will Freishak. The runner in scoring position. That one's hit up the middle into center field. And staying put at 3rd. Dragons with runners at the corners once again. 1 out, and it's homer runs. And Harold Fisher's night is done. In comes Fernando Shields. Homer runs, looking for another homer run. That's not a home run, but it's going to get down, and a run will score. 6-1 Dragons.
24. Strike. No. That's outside. That's outside.
Grounded to Nolan. This could be 2 to Thunder and to Herschel. Dragon special gets him out of the inning. But the Dragons get the run back 6-1 as we go to the bottom of the 4th.
Now back. The catcher. Number now in the game. Number 21.
And Star will get pulled in favor of Darius Green III. Wow. That's a name I have forgotten about. That one's ripped into right center. As that will get all the way to the wall. That will be a leadoff double for the Liberty.
Now batting. The third baseman. Number 35. No, that low. Right. Ball low. Off the plate. Foul ball.
Grounder to Green. And he's in time at first, round number 1.
The designated hitter. Number 33. Inside.
Just missed the line there. Foul.
Right. Nope, high. Foul ball. Strike 3.
Strike 3 called a big strikeout there.
The first
2 down and Alan Herschel up to the plate.
68. Nope.
And that's up the middle. Liberty get the run back.
Now back. The second baseman. Number 7. Ball low. Strike 3.
And Nolan goes down swinging. 6-2 as go to the top of the 5th. 5, 6, and 7 to up for the Dragons.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 7. Strike. Strike. Strike 3. Now batting, the center fielder, number 97. That's fair. Now batting, the designated hitter, number 25. Strike. Strike.
Up the middle. No, that's not up the middle. That was in the 5-6 hole.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 21.
Herschel with a diving stop. Can only flip to first, round number 2.
Now batting, the left fielder,
2 down and 2 in scoring position now for Harry Shelton.
low. Strike. Through.
And Shelton goes down swinging and will go to the bottom of the 5th, still 6-2. Crane, Musgroves, and Thunder the top of the order due up.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 55. That's up.
That's a 4-pitch walk to start off the inning from Pitchwell. I'll bring up Musgroves. 0 for 2 today. Pitchwell up to 77 pitches here in the bottom of the 5th. A bit high. Chance to maybe chase and get into a Dragons bullpen that is a bit depleted with Ty Sasso out on injury. But that's a 3-pitch strikeout to Musgroves, 1 away. The last one was right down the pipe and Musgroves couldn't swing it. One and 2 to Theo Thunder. He's 2 for 2 today. And that one's ripped down the line, going to trickle into left field. Sheldon up with it. Runner is going to head into third, and that's a double for Theo Thunder. 2 in scoring position now for the Liberty. It's Hamish Rifleman to the plate. That will do it for Pitchwell. In comes Wanda Cosmo. First time I've seen her be the first one out of the bullpen in a while. It's not been a season to remember for Cosmo. With a nearly 11 ERA. Up the middle and out of the reach of Darius Green. 1 run will score. Another one rounding third. Headed home. The third of the plate is cut off by Pastry. 2 will score. It's 6-4. Runner headed for second and in there in time. So I missed it. What did the Dragons do defensively? Where did runs go? Did runs go to third? Because G.H. Jackson is at short, so runs went to third, and then Darius came in to play second. With Star being hurt. 2 down now. Samuel J. Laxon to the plate. What is now a 2-run game. Oh, strike 3 called high and outside. But the Liberty do play to pair, and with 6-4 going to the top of the 6th. It's the top of the order for the Dragons. That one into right field, tracking back, and it's over the head of Musgroves, and Will Freischack will have himself a leadoff double.
The third baseman, number 12. That's up.
Runs locked in, 2 for 3 today. Shields finds his own 3-1 to count. That one misses. And 2 aboard now for the Dragons, and French Pastry comes up. Might be needing to see Mitchell C here before too long for the Liberty. Shields is starting to struggle a bit here. And that one is gone. Finch Pastry absolutely tattoos that one. And it's now 9-4.
The catcher, number 24. Now pitching, number 46. Strike.
And here comes Mitchell C, a bit too late. Liberty back down by 5 after closing it to 2.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 7. Ball inside. Strike.
That one's fair, over the bag at third. Brain throws it in, just a single.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 97. That's down. No, that low.
Up the middle, base hit.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 25. Outside. Now batting, the second baseman, number 21.
High fly ball deep into center field. Darius Green the third. Back to the track in front of the wall, and it's caught by Rifleman for a loud third out. Bottom of the sixth we go. Underhand Herschel and Livy Nolan do up.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 33.
Underhand is going to bomber special that one just in front of Will Freishack. Thought he was about to make me eat my words there for a second. He almost caught up to that one.
Number 68. That's down.
Alan Herschel to the plate. Fouls that one off 1-1. Hits that one through the 5-6 hole. A couple of runners aboard now for the Liberty. Nobody out in the bottom of the sixth, and Livy Nolan coming to the plate. 0 for 2 today. But definitely has the bat to make things interesting. 0-2 the count. Swing and a miss. Down goes Nolan, one away. Trailer Crane now, top of the order.
Number 55.
Today and a walk. Got a ton of speed on the base pass for Liberty, and this one's popped up behind home plate. That will be caught by Walker for out number 2. Matty Musgrove's up to the plate now. Trying not to squander this opportunity, getting the first 2 runners to reach.
That's inside.
And that one's right to Jackson for out number 3. And the Liberty strand a pair going to the top of the 7th now. 9, 1, and 2 due up for the Dragons.
The left fielder.
Barry Shelton 1 for 3 today.
Strike 3. Now batting, the right fielder, number 82. Strike. Inside.
Fly ball into left. A few feet short of the warning track, and it'll be caught by Crane for out number 2.
The third baseman, number 12. Strike. Outside. Up the plate. Nope, high.
Rounded to Herschel. He'll take it himself for out number 3. 1, 2, 3, inning 4C, and we'll go to the bottom of the 7th. 3, 4, and 5 due up for the Liberty.
The shortstop, number 15. Strike. Ball inside. That's down. Strike.
Full count to Thunder. Fouls that one off. Thunder. Strike 3 called. Curveball dropped in there perfectly, 1 away.
Center fielder, number 89. Ball high. That's outside.
Rounded to Green. In time, 2 away.
Now batting, the catcher, number
Up comes Spicy Bark.
Strike. Strike 3.
And Bart goes down looking, and we'll go to the top of the 8th. Still a 5-run ball game. French Pastry, Noah Walker, and G.H. Jackson will be due up.
Number 21.
Home run, 2 walks, and 3 RBIs for Pastry. But grounds out, third to first.
The catcher, number 24. That's inside. Strike.
Grounded to Thunder. In time for round number 2.
The shortstop, number 7. Low. Outside. Ball inside.
And that one is out of here, 10-4.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 97. Strike. Strike. That's up. Strike 3.
Duketown gets rung up there. Bottom of the 8th we go. 10-4 our score here. 6, 7, 8 due up.
The third baseman, number 35. That's low. That's down. Strike.
One gets down in front of Freishack for a leadoff single. Brings up ace underhand. 2 for 3 today. That will do it for Cosmo. In comes Petunia Tippy Cup. Tippy Cup with a 6.36 ERA. 1.76 whip. 4 earned through 5 2/3. That's a base hit. 2 on now for Liberty.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 68. Strike.
Slow roller. No one's able to catch up to that one. And the bases are loaded for Liberty.
Now batting, the second baseman, number
And it's Livy Nolan not having a great night tonight. Could redeem for it here in one fell swoop.
low.
Heading the count 2-0. The pressure building. Takes a first pitch. Takes a strike there. 2-1. Lays off that one. 3-1. Nowhere to put. Nolan composed on Tippy Cup. Grounded. A diving stop by Runs. Runs goes to first for the out. 5-10 now the score. So Nolan gets a run off the fielder's choice. Now to the top of the order, Trailer Crane. Fouled back, 0-2.
Ball inside.
Swing and a miss. Down goes Crane. And here's Matty Mascros, the top 2 in the order tonight for the Liberty. 0-4 and just not having a great night.
That's inside. No.
2-1. Musgrove's a tense 0 for 4. Fouled off 2-2. He connects with that one. That's going to get down. That's going to score 2 runs. Makes it 7-10.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 15.
Applefield doing some weird things tonight. And Liberty pull off what the Lumberjacks weren't able to. That one's just past the diving glove of Darius Green III. And the runners will be at the corners. And the tying run will come to the plate. And Hamish Rifleman.
Fielder, number 89. That's inside.
Out back, 1-1 the count. Popped it up into left center. And it's going to be caught by Duketown for out number 3. But it's 10-7 going into the 9th. 7, 8, and 9 due up for the Dragons. In comes Mario Wrestles for the 9th inning. And my, how the mighty have fallen for Mario Wrestles. A shell of his former self, but gets the strikeout to start off the inning.
Second baseman, number 21. Ball inside. Ball inside.
That one down into left, just in front of Crane.
The left fielder, number 16. Inside. No pipe.
Foul 2-1 to Harry Shelton. Fouled back 2-2. And Harry Shelton gets the runs right back, 12-7. That's got to be 4 home runs tonight for the Dragons, I think.
Fielder, number 82. Strike. Now batting, the third baseman, number 12. Strike 3. Now batting, the first baseman, number 21.
2 down now. French Pastry grounds it to short. Thunder's up with it. The throw just in the nick of time. And to the bottom of the 9th we go. Liberty need 5, and it's 5, 6, and 7 due up.
The catcher, number 17.
The game in general tonight has been on drugs.
Ball low.
Like, we saw Joy Halliday get absolutely left out to dry. And we saw the Lumberjacks almost come back from like a 7-run deficit. And then this game has been loopy. It's been a weird night as we're past the 2-hour mark for 3 games. That's hit well into right, but Freishak catches up with it. And diving stop by Shelton, 2 down. Last chance for the Liberty. Ace underhand. I literally just typed 7 into the schedule sheet. Okay, fine. Have an 8. Oh. And the Dragons looking to break a 4-game losing skid.
Number
Herschel, a nice day, 3 for 3, all singles. And that will wrap it up. Dragons take this one 8-12. Why do I keep on saying that backwards? 12-8. Say it like a normal person. A just ridiculous amount of hits in this one. 33. All the starters but poor Gary Starr, who tore his meniscus. 5 home runs from the Dragons tonight, all by different players. 3 hits for Freishack. Almost everyone else getting a pair of hits. 4 for 5, Theo Thunder. 4 for 5, Ace Underhand. 3 for 4, Alan Herschel. 9, 1, and 2 combined to go 1 for 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15. 1 for 13 go 9, 1, and 2 in the order for the Liberty. Lots of pitchers made an appearance here. Win goes to Cosmo. 1 earned through 2 2/3. Harold Fisher, 6 earned through 6 1/3, gets tagged with the loss, and no pitcher left unscathed for the Liberty tonight. Only Saffron getting the final out for the Dragons left unscathed as well. 20 strikeouts in this one as well. French Pastry getting MVP honors, followed by Ace Underhand and Homer runs. And that will wrap up day number 2. Thank you all for tuning in, everyone. Have a good night, and I'll catch you all next time. Bye-bye.